everybody! Welcome back to the final game of our Hunter series. 11-0, ready to get that 12-0, guys. Yeah, this one is a beauty. I was gonna throw it out there. It's educational, but mostly entertaining. For those of you that didn't catch this game live on stream, I can tell you you're in for a treat. We do have the worst mulligan we've had so far. We are not on coin, and we didn't pick up a 1 or a 2 drop, so this is rather disastrous. Now we do have our draw here that can draw us out of it, and we do have a draw next turn as well to hit a 2 drop, so all is not lost, but this is definitely the worst hand we've had the entire run, which can happen. You know, we did draft a very consistent deck with 4 1 drops, 5 2 drops, and 2 Glaive Zukas, a Freezing Trap, and a Quick Shot. So in total, that's around 9 cards you could play on 2 mana. So it's really like mathematically, it's very unlikely that we do not have either one of the 4 or one of the 9 for a total of 13 possible draws that we can play in the first 2 turns. So, like I said, fairly unlikely that we don't hit that. But you know, even if it's unlikely, it can happen. It's Hearthstone, you know. That's how it is. And our opponent does have a zombie chow on turn 1, so these are extremes, right? This is math screwing us over essentially in the final game. Our opponent has the best 1 drop, and we have to skip turn 1 and turn 2, and he has the luxury of saving his coin. So it is looking extremely grim right now. You know, from the hunter's perspective here, it is just the game is like we have less than 25% chance to win from this point essentially, right? Which is weird. Nothing's happened, but this is the power of early game and how much influence it has. We did pick up Power Shot, and I wanna point that out, that Power Shot is one of the cards that is really useless if you are ahead on the board and pushing. It's a beauty if you're behind on the board. So Power Shot can just really wreck someone who has a lot of 2 health minions and he is pressuring you. Say a rogue with you know, Defias Ringleader plus a Micro Machine, for instance, you just blow him out of the water. But unfortunately, the Zombie Chow does have 3 health, so the Power Shot seems tempting, but I feel like the best way to go here is to just play the Ogre Brute and wait it out a turn. Just say like, alright, maybe he'll totem, right? Maybe he'll put a totem right next to the Micro Machine, because then bam, you know, we can shoot them both down. So this is kind of investing into next turn. It's saying, okay, I'm going to play an Ogre Brute, which he will most likely ignore, and then I will remove his board while having pressure coming from my board. That's a very big difference. When a mage flame strikes and he has no board, that is fine, because you will just rebuild the board and he has no pressure, and he'll just be in the same scenario again, assuming you still had cards left. But if a mage has 2 minions on the board and then flame strikes and clears your board, you're in trouble. Those 2 minions are going phase. They're putting up huge pressure, and you are once again playing into his board. So there's a huge difference between developing a minion and then playing your AoE, or playing your AoE and allowing your opponent to grab initiative. Our opponent did not really play into the Power Shot here, but it's still what we have to do. We can't allow that Micro Machine to go ham. We are already on 23 now. He does have a Zombie Chow, but if this thing grows, it's another 5. Your Ogre could miss into the Micro Machine and die in one go. It's not really what you want to do. So I feel like the only play that we have here is to Power Shot in the middle, damage everything, and then just kill the Unbound Elemental with the Ogre. Well, or try to kill the Unbound Elemental with the Ogre. So, you know, we're coming back. Our opponent had fairly strong curve plays. Still has his coin. You know, I had played the Zombie Chow, played a Micro Machine, then played a 3 drop, so still has a coin left. That's pretty sick. Now, he did play we did have a fairly good turn there, clearing the board, but he still has 4 mana developed here. Okay, so the Pint-Sized Summoner allows him to play Fire Rally next turn, but then the Totem Golem overloads him again, so we don't have to play around Fire Elemental for next turn. I think the play here was King's Alec and Animal Companion. Yeah, that makes sense. We King's Alec first to see if we win the joust. Because if you win the joust and you hit, say, a Scarlet Crusader, maybe you want to play Scarlet Crusader instead. It could be. So let's see what we hit. Worgen versus Tiger. Not really close. Well, they're both stealth, but... Alright, we hit a Misha. Misha is the best animal that we could have hit here. Misha just blocks both of them off. Very, very good RNG there. We're gonna need it to come back into the game because our opponent is still on 28 HP and we do not really have much of a board lead here. So it's we're gonna need a good stroke of RNG or stroke a good streak of RNG to come back in this game. It looks like our opponent will pass. I would also pass. I don't want to ram both of my minions into a Grizzly. That doesn't seem very pleasant. If anything, it kind of forces the Grizzly to kill the Totem Golem or the Summoner because the Spectral Knight will one-shot the Grizzly. So by him not killing the Grizzly here, he basically allows himself to have an option of killing it next turn. Oh baby! Oh baby! It's King Crush! It's King Crush, guys. I went totally nuts on stream when this happened. I was saying it the entire run, like, come on, King Crush, come on, King Crush, come on, King Crush, and boom, shakalaka. Now we hit the King Crush. When it really, really, really mattered, King Crush comes. So, guys, no RNG involved in this run whatsoever. Kappa Kappa Kipo. Now it's like super lucky, of course, that we get the King Crush. But if we needed it in any game, it is in this game. Alright, so in terms of trades, I think the best trade here is to put the Misha into the Totem Golem and to just go face for 11. Because if the Misha doesn't go into the Totem Golem, the Spectral Knight will kill the Grizzly, and then the Totem Golem will take out the 3-3, and then the Summoner will take out the 3-2. Which means you lose your Grizzly, you lose your Alec, and you lose your Ram Wrangler. That's not really good. Whereas if your Grizzly takes out the Totem Golem, he'll use the Summoner to take down the Grizzly, and then use his Spectral Knight to take out your Ram Wrangler, which means that your King's Alec survives, but you do deal 4 less face damage. But that is an acceptable sacrifice. -4 face damage to retain 3 extra damage on the board. It's like an investment into the future. You have more damage left. Alright, here we go, baby. Let's deal some damage. We were doing like last minute debate whether we should kill off the pint-sized Summoner, but I was like, 3 damage in the face is better, because whether he clears the Ram Wrangler or the Alec, it's fine. King Crush, boys! King Crush hype! Come on, dwarves, keep digging. We're nearly there. Now you could, there is one argument here. You could say, what if he had a Hex? If he had a Hex, it would have been obviously a lot better to trade into the Spectral Knight. But if he had a Crackle and he kills the King Crush after we ram into the Spectral Knight, we're gonna feel really, really bad to miss 8 face damage. So, I mean, as a hunter at that point, just dealing the raw extra 8 face damage just seems like the best play, because first of all, your King Crush right now is protected by a taunt, so he'll have to sacrifice a minion first and then suicide into the King Crush if he wants to have that 4 damage done. Second of all, if he doesn't have the Hex, you just basically win by dealing that 8 damage. So that was a risk I was willing to take, because you just win if you deal that 8 face. All right, now he's going to use his coin a little late there. But yeah, we just have lethal. We just have turn 7 lethal. And all it took was a little bit of King Crush out of a Ram Wrangler. That was not too much to ask. Well played, emote goes out. Not sarcastic, of course. He couldn't really do much about it. There we go, guys. Boom shakalaka, 12 wins. Very nice, very nice. Now, like I said, it's a really nice game to finish it off with. Not a super, not a super educational game. You did see us fall really far behind. Well, actually, there was one educational point, really, where we spoke about that AoE and how it is better to develop your minion first and then trigger your AoE, which is why Stranglethorn Tiger is so good in Mage. You can just put the stealth minion down, they can't mess with it, and then you flame strike him. So it's like, this was educational, but it was also just entertaining, right? The King Crush coming out. These are one of those moments in Hearthstone where you're like, yes, RNG favored me. Very nice. Okay, guys, that concludes the 12 win series for Hunter. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the series. Really, really appreciate that. If you guys enjoyed it and you are not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to drop a sub on YouTube. Also, if you guys just watch the YouTube videos and you don't watch me stream, check me out on Twitch as well. That's twitch.tv/shadybunny. It's I stream every day and I play Arena all day. So if you guys want to watch the live action, feel free to tune in. Okay, guys, that was it for me. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll be back tomorrow with a whole new draft analysis series. Okay, see you guys then.